After watching this video, you'll be able to define the Agile philosophy, describe the characteristics of Agile, and explain the philosophy of the Agile Manifesto. So what is Agile? Agile is an iterative approach to project management that allows teams to be responsive and deliver value to their customers quickly. Notice I said iterative. Unlike other planning approaches where we plan out an entire year's worth of work with Agile, we plan out small increments and then get feedback from the customer to see if they like what we're doing, and then we adjust as we go along. So what are some defining characteristics? Well, Agile emphasizes this adaptive planning. As I said, we don't plan out an entire year. We just plan out a small iteration to see if we can deliver something of value to the customer and get feedback and see what they like. That allows us to do evolutionary development. So our development is evolving over time. We're building instead of building the whole thing up at once. We're building it in small increments and then we evolve as we go and respond as we go. This gives us the opportunity to do early delivery. Very key if you're developing iterations and you're not delivering to your customer. You're not being agile. Early delivery is a key component of being agile, putting something in the customer's hands, getting feedback from them to understand, do they like it? Should we pivot? Should we persevere? This is really a critical, defining characteristic of being agile over just doing iterative development that leads us to continuous improvement. So now we can continuously improve as a team. We continuously improve the product that we're delivering, right? Because we have the opportunity to get feedback from our customers because we delivered it, and that allows us to be responsive to change. So as changes happen, and changes always do, customers always have changing requirements, we can respond to those changes because we haven't planned too far in advance. The customer sees the progress we've made, and then we can replan very quickly and be responsive to what a customer needs. This brings us to the Agile Manifesto. The Agile Manifesto says we have come to value individuals and interactions over process and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, and responding to change over following a plan. This is the important part. That is why there's value in the items on the right. We value the items on the left more. It doesn't mean that we don't have processing tools. It just means that we value interacting amongst ourselves and with our customers more than the process and tools. It doesn't mean we don't document. Documentation is important so that people understand how to use your product. But we can't ship documentation, so let's not lose the focus. Working software is what we're here to deliver. It doesn't mean that we don't negotiate contracts. We still have contracts, but we want to collaborate with the customer. As things change, we want to be responsive, which means not that we don't have plans, but we value responding to change over simply following the plan. Agile software development, then, is an iterative approach to software development that conforms to the Agile Manifesto. We want to make sure that we're keeping those 4 things in the manifesto, on our minds the whole time. We also want to make sure that we emphasize flexibility, interacting with our peers, interacting with our customer, and having a high level of transparency so that everybody knows what everyone else is working on. Everybody feels responsible for delivering value to the customers. This is critically important. And then finally, we use small, co-located, cross-functional, self-organizing, self-managing teams. We're going to talk a lot about this during this course. The key takeaway here is to build what is needed, not what was planned. If you build what was planned and the customer doesn't like it, why did you bother building it? It's really important to make sure that as needs change, and they will, you want to build what's needed from the customer regardless of what was planned. We can always replan and be responsive to change. In this video, you learned that Agile is an iterative, collaborative approach to software development using small cross-functional teams. The Agile approach emphasizes flexibility, interactivity, and transparency. The Agile Manifesto describes the core values of Agile individuals and interaction over process and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, and responding to change over following a plan.